People don't disrespect you because you're weak. They disrespect you because you trained them to by being too nice. Being nice feels safe. You avoid conflict. You try to keep everyone comfortable. You say yes when you want to say no. You apologize when nothing was your fault. You stay quiet to keep the peace. And on the surface, this looks like maturity. It looks like kindness. It looks like emotional intelligence. But psychology shows something uncomfortable. Niceness without boundaries slowly destroys respect. Not because kindness is bad, but because human beings constantly read signals, and your behavior sends signals you never intended. Today, we're going to break down why being too nice backfires, how it quietly lowers the way people treat you, and how to fix it without becoming rude, cold, or aggressive. Human beings are always scanning for boundaries. This happens automatically, consciously and subconsciously. We observe how people react to pressure, how they handle disagreement, how they respond when something doesn't go their way. And from that, we decide how much respect to give. When you always agree, always say yes, and always apologize, people subconsciously assume one thing: you don't protect yourself. Psychologists refer to this as boundary signaling. Boundaries are not something you announce, they're something you demonstrate. You don't say, "I have boundaries." You show them through your behavior, and when boundaries are unclear or inconsistent, respect slowly fades. Think about someone who never pushes back. They agree with everything, they never disagree, they never challenge anything. At first they seem easy to be around. Low friction, no drama. But over time, something changes. People stop checking in with them. They stop asking for their opinion. They stop considering their needs. Not because they're disliked, but because their boundaries were never felt. When nothing is protected, nothing is valued. The human brain also values resistance. This is a fundamental psychological principle. What comes easily feels less valuable. What requires effort feels important. This applies to objects, opportunities, relationships, and people. When you never push back, your presence loses weight. Your words feel optional. Your time feels flexible. Your needs feel negotiable. Respect doesn't come from being difficult. It comes from being selective. Selective with your time. Selective with your energy. Selective with what you tolerate. The same principle exists in dating, work, and friendships. People value effort because effort signals worth. If access to you is unlimited, your value feels unlimited. In the wrong way. When you remove all resistance, you remove the signal that you matter. Another mistake overly nice people make is over-explaining. They justify. They defend. They try to be understood. They feel the need to explain every decision, every boundary, every no. But psychology shows that authority speaks simply. Confident people don't rush to be understood. They assume their words already carry weight. The more you explain, the more you communicate uncertainty. It sounds like you're asking for permission, like you're hoping your decision will be approved. Silence and clarity communicate strength. A calm, "No, that doesn't work for me," is far more powerful than a 5-minute explanation filled with justifications and apologies. Over-explaining is often a sign of internal doubt, and people subconsciously react to that doubt. They may not know why, but they feel it. Niceness also creates something more dangerous: hidden resentment. When you constantly suppress your needs, resentment builds, slowly, quietly. Even if you never say it out loud, people feel it. Your tone changes. Your patience shortens. Your energy shifts. You may become passive-aggressive, or distant, or emotionally inconsistent. Unspoken resentment quietly destroys respect. This is why passive-aggressive behavior appears. The resentment was never expressed directly, so it leaks out indirectly. And indirect behavior destroys trust faster than honesty. People may forgive direct boundaries. They struggle with unclear ones. Respect doesn't come from confidence alone. It comes from self-respect. People don't respect loud confidence. They respect calm self-respect. Self-respect shows up in subtle ways. Saying no without guilt. Disagreeing without raising your voice. Choosing silence instead of justification. It looks like not chasing validation, not over-explaining, not needing everyone to like you. Ironically, when you stop trying to be liked, people start respecting you. Because self-respect signals stability. It tells others, I know where I stand. I value myself. I don't abandon myself to keep the peace. Self-respect doesn't need to announce itself. It doesn't need speeches or ultimatums. It shows in what you tolerate and what you don't. People take notes even when nothing is said. Kindness is powerful. Empathy is powerful. But kindness without boundaries is self-destruction. If you want to understand human behavior on a deeper level and learn how psychology actually works in real life, subscribe for daily psychology videos.